All right, so let's get into this email. I got an email from a man, and I wanted to read this one because I've been in this scenario a few times, and I've heard other guys in this scenario. And if you date enough, you're gonna be in this scenario too. But my man says, "Good evening, King Dre. I just want to start off by saying that I appreciate the great game you're spitting. It keeps me sharp and it keeps me focused. I would like to tell you a situation I'm currently in, and I want your opinion. I met this chick off the dating app in January going into February. I went on 5 dates with this chick. Date one, right? Date one, we met at a sports bar. We had great conversation and we had a bite to eat. The date went so good, I decided to invite her to my house the same night, which is the first date. She agreed and she came through. We played cards and enjoyed each other's company. I went for a kiss and she accepted. When I tried to have sex with her, she stopped me and said, "You act like we're not going to see you act like we're not going to see each other again." I fell back and continued the evening. Date two. I invited her to a pool hall and we had a great time together. I was really feeling this chick. So I started asking her about her last relationship and other things to see if she would be a perfect fit for me in the future. Pause. When you guys tell me stuff like that, give me more details about what they say, because I wish I had these type of details for I wish I had the details for that, because it would have helped me a lot. But anyway, he says when is that? So I started asking her about her last relationship and other things to see if she would be a perfect fit for me. We continued to have fun, and I didn't invite her back to the crib this time. So the second date, he didn't invite her back. Now, the third date, I decided on the third date that we should do a dinner and a movie. She made dinner while I brought the wine. I decided on the third date that we should do a dinner and a movie. She made dinner while I brought the wine. We ate and enjoyed each other's company. When I decided to escalate sex with her, I slowly, it's weird, writing is weird. When I decided to escalate sex with her, I slowly took off her shirt and sweats off and feeling on her intimate spots. She was damn near naked. When I took the condom out my pocket, she said, "I don't want to have sex yet." I was baffled, but I respected her decision. She decided to give me head and finish it that way. That was the third date. So hits me back. It says, no, the email goes on. It says, fourth date. We went to Dave and Buster's and we had a great time. I asked her on the date what was her favorite position. She told me what it was. I was like, cool, and kept it as a mental note. I didn't try to invite myself to her house after this date. Should have gave me a little bit more detail, but that was the fourth date. So the fifth date, this nigga went on 5 dates. I invited her to a dinner and a movie, and after we enjoyed each other's company, I decided to escalate to sex. I got her naked, but I got her butt naked, and I was fingering her. As soon as I took the condom out, she stopped me and stated that she didn't want to have sex. So she decided again to give me head. I'm even more baffled now. So I asked her, why you keep avoiding sex with me? Are you celibate or something? And she says, kind of. She says, kind of. I don't want to get sprung from good dick and letting bad behavior slide. From there, I started to lose interest because now I feel she is capping and trying to manipulate me or be in control. So I played it cool and continued the evening. I text her the next day telling her that she needs to stop comparing me to past dudes that hurt her because it's not fair. We need to start off on a clean slate. Also, I stated that I can't continue to date if she does not give me 100% of her. She texted me back 24 hours and said that she enjoyed my company, but she can't give me 100%. So I decided to charge her to the game. What do you think was going on with this situation? I'm done. All right, so first of all, you did a good job by telling her, let me see here, from letting it be known to her that, hey, don't compare me to, we need to start off on a clean slate. Don't compare me to the dudes that hurt you before because I'm not them. if I treated you like how what other women did for me before, if I carried that into this situation, then we wouldn't be on these dates. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not going to treat you based on what somebody did to me, and I appreciate it if you don't do me. You know, if you don't do that with me. When you see women doing this type of stuff, you let them know that that's not allowed. You know what I'm saying? So you did good by doing that. Now, first things first, right? You said, you know, you went on 5 dates and the dates kept getting progressively better, right? Don't make the dates better. So let's say if you start off at the park, right? And if you do, only from the first date to the second date. So let's say if you start off at the park, right? The park date go good. Then the next day you may go get some tacos or go to like a restaurant where you ain't spending no more than 40, 50 bucks or something like that. A little cool little spot. Nothing to where it seems like you're trying to impress. So you may do something like that on the second date or even drinks. But don't escalate from like, you know, park, the little restaurant or tacos or drinks, and then, you know, dinner and a movie and going to the movies, and then you took her to Dave and Buster's. That shit is 150 bucks, you know, from drinks. I know y'all was drinking and all type of shit. The thing is, when you do stuff like that, when you make the dates better and better and better, and she ain't fucked you, right? And this is not really that case because she did give you head, but I just wanted a lot of you guys to understand, you know, and beware of this. When you go on a date, right, and you don't have sex, and the second date you don't have sex, don't make the dates progressively better, because what's gonna happen is she gonna get the feeling that you trying to impress her, right? And when a woman feel like you trying to impress her, two things gonna happen. One thing, she gonna put you in the trick bag, right? Meaning, you know, she gonna categorize you as a trick. The other thing she gonna do is she'll put you in the boyfriend category, or both, and you don't want either of those. What happens is, when they see you as a boyfriend material or they see you as a trick, they know that if they come off of it, you're gonna start to look at them different. When a woman has pegged you as a trick, right, and, you know, not necessarily giving her money, but, you know, giving her experiences in exchange for her time, she's going to withhold the sex, because she know once she gives you sex, it's gonna stop. You see what I'm saying? She know that that's her bargaining chip, the sex. So you put yourself in this position when your dates get progressively better. The park, and then the dinner, then Dave and Buster's, then it just get more exquisite and longer, and you ain't fucked. You understand what I'm saying? Don't do that, because that's gonna put you in a bad spot, right? And they also know, you know, when you do this, they'll withhold from you, because they know that when they give you the pussy, the good treatment gonna stop. And a lot of the times, a lot of women don't get that type of good treatment, to where they're getting these exquisite dates and these nice dates and these nice, you know, this nice treatments and these nice restaurants with these expensive ass drinks and, you know, nights out on the town. A lot of women don't really get that often. So when they get it, right, and, you know, they stringing you along on dates, and then once they do, you know, they get this type of experience, and they see that you'll keep dating them without them coming up off of sex, they know that once you get that ass, that shit gonna stop. And so in order to keep experiencing that, they just gonna prolong it until you start to pull back. Once you pull back and realize, once you pull back and start to realize that it ain't going nowhere, then they'll come over and fuck you and shit. And then it's just going to start the cycle over again. She going to hit you up in the next week. Hey, can we go out to eat? I want to go out to eat. And then, you know, you taking her out again. And then in a couple weeks, she give you some more ass. You don't want to get caught up in that cycle. So don't make your dates progressively better if you haven't fucked. It's cool from the first date to the second date, right? So my lineup usually go like this: park or pull up on them, park or pull up on them, you know, pull up on them at work, or meet them somewhere, talk for 30 minutes to an hour, or talk on the phone or FaceTime, or park or somewhere, you know, or coffee or tea or something like that. Or, cause I don't drink no more. So I don't do date drinks, cause I don't drink no more, but somewhere, you know, cool. And then the next date, I'll try my luck the first time though. I always try them the first time. If I don't get nowhere, the next date may be food, tacos or something like that. walk on the river walk or something cool that why I ain't spending no money, or it's not like super like I'm trying to impress them. And then after that, any date after that is at the house. You see what I'm saying? All that special shit go for women that I'm dating and they putting into me and I'm putting into them, and we building something. That's my lineup. Something cool, coffee, park, chilling in the car or whatever, or FaceTiming or whatever, and then dinner, or taco, not nothing exquisite, but like again tacos or fucking Chili's or some shit like that, or a spot that's not too chain, like, because women, Applebee's get there's a stigma on Applebee's, but TGI Fridays or Bahama Breeze or something like that, and then that's the second date, and then after that ain't no more going out. It's we meeting at the crib, or dinner and a movie at the crib or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if I can get it the first night, I don't have to escalate to no restaurant. So, but that's just the standard for me. If I don't fuck, if I go for a date the first night, I don't fuck, try it again on the second date, go for dinner, try it again on the third date at the crib. You understand what I'm saying? But if I can get it after the first date or after the second date, it won't. There's no need for that. But that's my standard basically. So, come up with a standard like that, and don't make your dates progressively better. Now, as far as this old weird shit about her not fucking you but her giving you head, it could be a few things, but these are the two main reasons right here, right? And this happens a lot, right? So one of the reasons could be she has some issues going on down there, right? And this has happened to me before, where I be dealing with a chick, she don't want to fuck, and then you come to find out she just had an abortion. You see what I'm saying? And she got to heal up. So, and she can't fuck like that. So, that type of shit happens. You meet a chick and she done had an abortion or some shit, and she can't really fuck you, so she give you head if she like you, if she want to keep you around, right? Or she could have had she could have got burned, or she had an STD or something, and she on her antibiotics and she don't feel comfortable having sex. Or more commonly, not even commonly, because these hoes be burning. Y'all gotta stop fucking these hoes raw. But a lot of the times women get yeast infections and shit like that. So when they having a yeast infection, they ain't trying to have sex with you. So if they like you, they'll give you some head to keep you or whatever. That happens, right? So it could be that, right? But the fact that, when you confronted her about it and she didn't tell you that, lets me know that I don't think that is that. But for fellas that's in this set that's gonna go through this, that could be an issue, and if you not really confront them, but if you bring it up, let them understand that you understand that females go through things, and you understand that, right? You don't want to seem like a douchebag about, feminine problems. But her response, I don't think that was it, right? Or it could be this, which is what I think it is. She has a boyfriend, right? She got a boyfriend that she already fucking, and she don't want to cheat, right? Or she's fucking up, she's fucking somebody that she has an attachment to, a boyfriend or something, a husband or something, and she don't want to cheat and feel guilty for cheating, right? But she lining up his fucking replacement, right? So she's dating and, making herself emotionally available, right? All women are not comfortable having sex with multiple dudes, right? A lot of women, I'm not going to say most, but a lot of women are not comfortable with that. All women ain't comfortable with just fucking this dude and this dude and this dude. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is, if they like you enough, they'll give you some head, because in their minds, it don't count. In some of their minds, it's like it ain't cheating. You see what I'm saying? They ain't really doing nothing wrong. Although it is, especially from our lens, but from them, it's not really cheating. Cause she ain't got penetrate. She ain't let you fuck. You see what I'm saying? But it's more than likely somebody slipping on that dude. That's why she said somebody slipping on the dude slipping, right? That's why she said, the whole bad decisions, and she got to be careful about bad decisions, and she can't give you 100% right now. When you said, I need 100% or whatever, and she told you she can't give you 100%, that's why she can't give you 100%, because somebody else got 60% of her, and she trying to wean herself off of her. So be careful with that, right? Um, that's more than likely what it is. Now, a lot of the times women, slick women, especially like women who prostitutes or women who are like strippers and shit, they do stuff like that to control guys, like what you expected. Like, you know, they'll give you head and they won't let you fuck to string you along, right? And what's coming behind that is some bread. They setting you up for some bread. But I don't think that's the case with this chick. I think this chick is just has somebody she dealing with and she ain't trying to fuck nothing. You see what I'm saying? And then you asked her if she's celibate and she said kinda. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no kinda. Either you celibate or you not. She fucking somebody and she fucking the dude that she's attached to and she trying to get unattached to him, right? If I was you, right? You know, if I was you, your spider senses are telling you that something is wrong. So your spidey senses are intact and something is wrong, but she ain't being all the way 100 with you. So that whole, I don't want to get sprung by good dick and all that shit cap, just like you thought. So good job on that. But, you know, I wouldn't have pressed it. You know, I would have just kept getting my head. I would have stopped investing, right? Stop taking her out. Stop investing feelings in it. When you get that, it's just, you know, okay, come over, slide me up, you know, dig her throat out and send her on about her way. You see what I'm saying? Women will make themselves available for you emotional if they like you like that, especially if they're giving you head and shit like that. But she just isn't. And when you see stuff like that, stop pouring into them. Stop doing all them Dave and Buster dates and spending $200 at arcades and with them $30 drinks and shit. I know them expensive ass drinks at Dave and Buster's. Stop doing all them shit, all that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Get your dick sucked or and send her on by her way. You understand what I'm saying? But if I was you, I just would have kept giving my dick sucked until, you know, eventually, if you putting your game down, eventually that shit wear off. You know, if they get away from them and, you know, if you're doing everything correctly, that attachment from them will eventually break and it'll move to you. But the bad thing about that is she hasn't had time to heal. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't want a chick who's bouncing from dude to dude to dude to dude. You know, she fucking with him and then she fucking with you now. Cause she haven't had time to heal and process her shit. And, you know, she gonna be transferring that negative energy from the last relationship into the new relationship. And that's something you do not want. So, you know, just be careful, man. Be careful. But yeah, that's something that's gonna happen to a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure it's happened to a lot of people before, because it happened to me. Shit like that has happened to me a few times. You know, chick don't want to come up, but he's like, damn, you want to hit it and shit. Head ain't good enough for me. I need more than that. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if I like you and I'm attracted, I need to conquer you for real. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and you know, there've been times where it's like, hey, I can't do this right now. Eventually they came out and said, hey, you know what, I just had an abortion, so I can't really, you know, I ain't really supposed to be having sex. Or, you know, they tell me later on, well, you know, I had a yeast infection, so I was kind of embarrassed, or, you know, I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to take it there when I had this type of shit going on. So that's that. But again, you did a good job, bro. You know, by having standards, at least. You understand what I'm saying? You had standards in your situation, and that's what matters. You had standards, you had boundaries, and you enforced them shits. So salute to you.